All right, y'all, check this out. So I know we about to go into peak season, and I know it's about to be a lot of money falling out the sky out here. But before you take that truck OTR, let me drop a few gems on you. Come on, let's jump back in the truck and talk for a minute.
It's Bigg Vic TV. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. It's Bigg Vic TV. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. Give me a thumbs up just for the intro.
What's up, family? You already know we back with another one. Peak season's coming. Money gonna drop. Money gonna be plentiful out here. So, with that being said, you know DOT is gonna be heavy in these streets. They're gonna be heavy on the interstate. So you wanna be careful. You wanna be in compliance. Clock management is gonna be numero uno, especially if you're gonna take your truck OTR. So we're not specifically talking about Amazon Relay right now. More, I'm talking about you guys that are just got your truck. You know you want to go OTR right now and go get this bag. You want to run it up, right? So before you go run up the bag, understand clock management. Don't do like I did when I first started. I went over the road, you know what I'm saying? I still wasn't super familiar with exactly how to run my ELD, you know what I'm saying, my electronic logging device. So when I was out there, what I had to understand was that, okay, if I have to pick up a load, if I pick up a load at a certain time, I'm on the clock, right? And if I have to go however many hours over my 8-hour window going to another state or, 3-4 states away, I have to make sure that I stop my truck in time so that I can do my 10-hour reset and still drop that load off on time, especially if they have a delivery time. If they don't have a delivery time and you got from you got until like 12 midnight the next day, it's like a receiver that's open all day long and all night, then you may be okay. But I want you to think about this for a second, because when you go drop that load off, you're more than likely going to want to drop that load off as early as possible so that you can get another load. That's very important. Clock management. Remember, you got to be aware of that clock management, because if you don't, you'll find yourself stopping, doing a 10-hour reset, and then by the time your 10-hour reset is over, you're halfway into the next day dropping your load off, and you've missed a potential load that you could possibly put on your truck to keep the money rolling. You feel what I'm saying? You won't miss a day. So make sure you guys are stopping early enough to let your clock reset during your 10-hour reset. Because a lot of people just run until 10 and a half hours is up. You get your 30-minute break and then you shut down. But you don't realize now you're cutting into tomorrow's time. When you're cutting in tomorrow's time, you're cutting into tomorrow's money. Be aware of that, because I was out there looking crazy. I was like, wait a minute, I done stopped. I done drove all this way to this state. I stopped, now I'm at a rest area, and my ELD is telling me I'm about to be in violation. Why? Because I did not let my clock do a full reset, and then I'm still trying to run off of a few hours that I had left on my ELD. So a lot of you guys don't think about that when you're jumping in this truck. You're just thinking, okay, I'm gonna take this load, I'm gonna drop it off tomorrow, and I'm gonna pick up another one. Yes, you can pick up another one, but buddy, you better be aware of your time that's on that ELD, so that you're out here making money and staying in compliance at the same time. You guys don't understand how important that is, because let me tell you what happens. And I just dropped some gems on my course members the other day. So I'm doing a lot of talk with a lot of brokers, and what happens is, especially when you have a new authority and you haven't been running that long, you're out here booking loads. First thing that happens when you call when you call a broker is, hey, what's your MC number? And if you got violations, guess what's going to happen? They're not going to let you run into their freight, because that's the first thing that they're checking for when you call a broker. You didn't know that, did you? They're checking to see your age of authority, but they're also going down the list to see if you have any violations, if you've canceled loads with other brokers. That's what they look for before they let you run their freight. So that is very, very important. And that's a key component to running a successful box truck business. Now, something else to be aware of. A lot of times when you guys are over the road and you're about to head back home and you're calling a broker, do you know what the first thing that they do? Here's one of the first things that they do when you call that broker. Especially when you're like, let's say you're booking a load from, I don't know where you're at, let's say New York, and you're trying to get back to South Carolina. And you're looking at a load that's going back to South Carolina. When a broker looks up your MC number, they can actually see your address, where your authority is at. So if you're trying to go back to South Carolina, when a broker looks up your authority, they know you're trying to get back home, especially if it's getting towards the weekend. I want you to think about that. So in essence, a broker will lower the rate on that load because he know you're trying to get back home. They know you're trying to get back home. Yeah, you didn't know that, did you? So that is something that you guys need to be aware of as carriers and stay in compliance. You don't want to be canceling loads with brokers, because just like you can leave a bad review for a broker can mess up all your money going forward in the future. So if you do have a breakdown while you're out there over the road, just call the broker. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be upfront with them. Let them know, like, hey, my truck broke down. We're getting it checked out. We're getting it fixed, and we're going to be back on the road. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just cancel a load. You can cancel a load, and they can send another truck. But if you don't communicate that with a broker, they can actually mess up a lot of your money with your authority, because they have a search that they do for carriers. And they can look up anything, any other complaints that other brokers may have had with you as a carrier. That's why you want to keep good relationships. You know what I'm saying? There's money to be made. Yes, some brokers will talk to you crazy. Yes, you'll call some brokers. They'll tell you, hey, load's covered. Boom, hang up the phone on you. But that's not how you have to operate your business. You know what I'm saying? You still keep the good energy. Still keep your good energy and your great company name, and just do business as you know you should be doing it out here when you as an owner operator or running your company. Even if you have drivers, you know what I'm saying? Like, that trickles down to the people that work for your company. So you want to make sure that you're hiring people that are answering the phone when the brokers call. Yes, it's annoying, but you have to look at it from a broker standpoint as well. You know what I'm saying? After having several conversations, it made me shift my thinking when it comes to brokers. Yes, you got some a-hole brokers out there. Yes, you do. You also have some a-hole carriers. So, it goes both ways. But it made me really understand, like, hey, the broker has a relationship with the shipper. And if they have a relationship with the shipper, they want to make sure that freight is still heading towards that area. Even though, some of them have tracking, things of that nature, that they assure the shippers that, hey, our loads are tracked, and, our carriers are great carriers. We always get our freight there on time when it's supposed to be, dropped off. So looking at it from a broker's aspect, they want to also deal with great carriers. You know what I'm saying? And the great brokers pay the great carriers great money. So keeping those relationships, even if you're brand new and you're not getting the max amount that you should be getting for a load, still maintain a great relationship with those brokers, because it could come a time where they do get a load that has to be moved same day and quickly and getting paid more money for that load. Similar to what Amazon does when they have to a last minute load needs to be moved and they pay more money. Same thing happens with the brokers. They need a truck like right now and something moved same day. So on those loads, you're also going to make more money. You feel what I'm saying? So just be aware of that. Stay in compliance. Make sure all your books and everything, all your paperwork is in order, insurance, have your binder, whatever you have as far as your paperwork goes inside of your truck, DOT medical card, everything that you need to be in compliance, because I'm sure this peak season, they're going to be heavy out. They're going to be heavy out here because they know there's a plethora of new box truck owner operators out here, working, to build up an income and, to become financially stable out here. So don't get put out the business for something small, something minor, like trying to run up a bag, knowing you don't have any more hours of service left on your clock. The money's not going nowhere, you guys. Yes, it's going to be plentiful. Yes, it's going to be rocking. It's going to be crazy. I'm sure it is, as it was last year. So this is the time to make sure all your ducks are in a row and make sure that you are fully in compliance. Don't risk your authority for a few more dollars, you guys. I'm serious. Don't risk your authority for a few more dollars. You will always be able to make money in that truck, okay? If you like this video, make sure you smash the thumbs up button. Course ends the 15th of this month. Mentorship program closes down the 15th of this month. If you're thinking about tapping in, it's your time to tap in right now. You already know what it is. It's homie Bigg Vic TV. Always hustle. Never stop growing until the next video. I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Let's get it.